Okay, recording in progress. Okay, so then I would say, laatste divis domingue me homo sintu faita, me hoofvrouw domingue John Mishto, und godivis himani Gast, Alexus Stanley. Sie ist eine Romnichal from the United States, also von Amerika. Und heute wollen wir einfach nur die Unterschiede zwischen Sintis und Romnichals erläutern. I just explained to the audience that today we got a girl here from a Romnichal group and that we tell the difference between Sintis and Romas or what we got in common. Yes.
Mhm.
So thank you first of all for your time and that
Yes, of
you
course.
join it. So let me ask you something. You belong to the Romney Czech group in the United States.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So my question will be very interesting for the audience here in Germany. A lot of Sinti and Roma people who live here in Germany or in Europe. Uh, how many Romney Czechs do you think are living in the United States and maybe where?
Yes. So I would say like the closer people to me, um, my uncle Ace estimated that my great grandmother, who recently passed this recent spring in 2024, estimated about 430 grandkids and great grandkids. So it's kind of hard to say. Then it's hard to say because some people, well, online, they say that it's estimated 1 million with the heritage. So I wouldn't say that I have, there's not like a whole street of us where I can just go door to door to door to door. So, but my group is mostly here in the Northeast, New York, Massachusetts, some Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire,
Okay.
Connecticut, and New Jersey. Yes. Yeah, and we closely identify with the Romanichal or Romnichal in England
Okay.
because our ancestors, we have a lot of documents of our ancestors coming from there. Yes.
So from the history, we can say the Romnichal people who live in the United States, their past or their history was that they came from England.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. When I do ancestry and I look through all of that, pretty much all of them borderline come from UK.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a funny thing because I had some discussions with people from England or the UK to comparing. They call themselves the word gypsies or Romnichals or travelers. We here in the European continent, you got mostly two big groups, the Sinti and Romas, yeah. And the only thing is what we got in common is that we came from a long time from India. Even the Romnichals, we all came from India. That's true. And like I said before, that in the 1400, the first seeing of those Sinti groups here in this country, what we call now Germany, were the first time located here in Germany. Of course, their journey went further, like to go to the Netherlands, and from there they went to the island, to UK, to England, and then still go on, yeah, their journey.
Right, yeah. So we believe that too. I do have some cousins that takes them a minute to kind of learn the history, just because like in America, we're very so focused on our trade and all of our families like are, just so busy with work. Um, so sometimes they don't just take the time to look and sit and contemplate like where we come from, and I have to explain it to them. But it makes sense. When I first learned, like when I was a teenager, a young teenager, I just thought it made sense that we came from India because just like the clothes we wear, the jewelry we wear, the good luck charms. Um, I always say, for example, Ramanachal believe that the elephant is good luck, which has to come from India because in India the elephant is significant. And then as for the names, my cousins will say a lot closer to me. Um, they'll say Romnichal or Ramanachal, but Ramanachal has a good paper trail, and I try to explain that. When you look up Ramanachal, it it will come up with books and history on us. Romnichal isn't something that has like a good paper trail where you can find certain books, but many say Romnichal. Many say Rumney. Few here say gypsy just because in America, gypsy might be associated with like a costume, sadly. Yeah. And then I don't, there aren't many travelers up here. I've personally only met a traveler once. They showed up to one of my family functions. We weren't really expecting them. We talked for them for a little bit, but luckily it was towards the end of our function just because we like our function to be mainly us. But yeah, I won't deny that there may be some cousins that I have that may have some traveler ancestry, but as far as I know, I don't really have any traveler ancestry.
Very good point. And the example is, I got a question like, is there any for other things like we say, like you said the word gypsy, the main a lot of people call us gypsies, and when you compare this word in German, I won't say this word now because it's a very bad word. If you translate the word gypsy into the German language, it means that this is a group who travel around and stealing. So the other comparing word gypsy in English is another meaning because there were white people who saw us the first time. They thought we came from Egypt. Yeah, that's why the word from
Yeah.
the Latin word came from Egypt to gypsy. Yeah, and uh,
Hmm.
and and
Yes.
and and maybe the word gypsy in the English language is not maybe meant so meant like in the German language. In the German language, it's a very bad word that we say we don't want to be called this word anymore. We are a group of
Yeah.
Sintis called us Sintis Oroma, Finnish. And and what I like about the people, the Romnichal people, you're very proud people. And I guess you also want to be called Romnichal and not a gypsy. This is correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned that there's like some groups that will call themselves gypsies for performance purposes, but they're not actually Romani descent.
Yep.
So I really try to stay away from that word because, of course, like in history, in the newspapers, we're labeled as gypsies. And some streets will be called Gypsy Street because it has some sort of history where maybe my people were there or camped there for a while. So I'll accept it if it's like a sign on a street or like on the newspaper, but I want to be called Romnichal or Romanichal. That's what I want to be called. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And everybody should call us like this because this is what we are. And
Right.
are there any special tradition what your great grandfathers gave to you people, the young generation in the United States about the Romney Trails? Are there any traditionals, what you got, how you wearing clothes, or are there people who playing music special, things like this? That will be my question
Yeah.
to you. How isn't it the
Yeah.
United States? Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that we have I've noticed that the Romanichal here in America, we don't have our specific sound of music. But I do have plenty of cousins that play music. I played guitar for a while, but because of school, I had to stop for a little bit. But we definitely believe in Sunday church. We'll get together and it'll be like closed off to the community. And sometimes we'll have one of our own family members leading the worship.
Cool.
And a lot of them will play music, gospel music. So every church service, we're playing guitar and singing. Um, and then, so music is a tradition we listen to at functions, like mostly American music. We'll listen to like Rod Stewart, Donna Summers, dancing music. Dancing is my favorite to do at a function. I mean, when I go to a function, I want to talk to the elders for a little bit, the aunties and the uncles, maybe get some stories out of them, and then I want to hit the dance floor, and I never want to leave the dance floor. It's
Same
the
here.
best place.
Same thing. How to sing these. Music, what we love is soul music. It is like it is. They love Barry White. We all love Barry White music, more soul music. And what I found very interesting that the Romney Chip people, especially in the UK, and a lot of Synthes love Elvis, rock and roll music. Yeah. And the Romney Child
Yes.
still today, what I meant, my generation, like my father or my uncles, they love Elvis, they love rock and roll. Yeah. But it's so interesting that the Romney Chip people, what I learned in the UK, they still love rock and roll. They still love Elvis. Yeah. And I guess the
Yes.
Romney Chip people also, the new generation like me, they love blues, they love R&B, soul music, and for the Synthes, the Godfathers, Barry White. Let me tell you, they love to hit the floor, dance floor when they make
Yep.
their Synthie parties, and they get on the dance floor, love to dance like cha-cha, and yeah, a
Yep.
very group of people who loves music, and I guess we all got this in common. Yeah.
Right, right, right. Yes. There's an account on TikTok that does like different tribes dancing, and I want to like jump in and dance with them.
Is there
Um,
very important thing for me as a Sinto to see my sisters and brothers, the Romnichal people in the United States? Are you people also facing discriminations because you are what you are? Are there people like maybe in the offices when you need to go there, like for your car license or whatever? If they compare, are you Romnichal? Question like this, or
so,
do they don't know what it is?
there was a couple reports where, um, I think, someone was running their business and they got into a little trouble with their business, and then they did digging and they found out that they were Romani. And then from there, I think it exacerbated it and
Uh,
made like more news reports. And then there was something, I wish I was a little bit more prepared, I'm sorry, but
no problem.
somewhere like near Ohio, no, near Ohio, where they were trying to say, this is how it was a group of policemen at a police station, and they made a report for their town that said, this is how you find out that you're dealing with a Romani person. They usually work in this trade, they're usually doing this. Please report them to us. Yeah. But here in the Northeast, there may be like a newspaper that will get out and it will like not look good. But I really do believe that if it were any other people, if they didn't find out, they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have
Okay,
blown up.
okay, okay.
Um, Other than that, I feel like because in America, there's so many different types of people coming here, Italy, South America, that people won't really question right away. Maybe later on they might say, what's your ethnicity? Or like, oh, are you Italian American? And if I don't want to let them know, I'll just say, yeah, I'll let them believe what they want. Yeah,
Same thing
yeah.
here too. I mean, you can imagine. This is what I said. How does a typical Sinto or Rom look or a Romnichal? And I always tell them we come in all colors. Yeah, first of all,
Yeah.
but here in Germany, the Sinti from
Hmm.
us, we also come in all groups, but like me, if sunshine is darkness, I'm out. I will get in brown. I'll be more be.
Right.
I don't. I do not look like a typical German. Yeah, and then the people ask, "Where you come
Yeah.
from?" I come from here. Nah, you coming from here. So you got a lot of people
Yeah.
say, "I'm from Italy. I'm from Spain. Or come from Mexico."
Yeah.
So
Yep.
then it's quiet. But I just always said, we're living in 2025. You don't need to be shamed what you are. If those people don't understand, when I say I'm a Sinti, then the government need to educate their people. Yeah, because we live
Right.
here in this country, and
Right.
let me tell you, a lot of association of Sintis and Romas, they because we also got states like in the United States, but not 50. We've got only 16 states, but every
Yeah.
16 states got their own school program, school education, the same like you got in the United States. And in
Yeah.
every state, you got an association from Sintis and Romas, what try to learn with their schools, education,
Mhm.
what Sintis and Roma are, and the difference. It's very important. Like in the United States, I can believe it doesn't matter if you are in Los Angeles or in California or in Florida. If you come as a Sintu man to the country, you can go, okay, I'm Mexican, okay, I'm Latino, I'm Spanish, I'm Italian. And if you would say that, you say, yeah, 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 I'm a Sinto. What is this?
Yep.
Um, and
Yep.
then there comes the question, what is a Sinto? Then you
Right.
also can say, my ancestors came from India. What's true? Yeah, they came from India.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
Sinto, but you guys will call me the G word. Yeah, but I don't like to say it, the gypsy word.
Hmm.
So I'm a
Yeah.
Sinto. So I guess in the
Right.
United States, it's more easier not to
Yeah.
be popped up.
Right. Right. Yes. Yes. Like none of my neighbors knew. Majority of the people I went to school with didn't know. But I'm starting to, want to just be like, oh, what are you? I'm Romani. And I
What
just want
is
to,
this?
because
What is it?
yeah.
And then, but then they will
Yeah.
ask you, are you from Romania? Nah, I'm not from Romania because this is the word. Yeah, some
Hmm.
words playing.
Yes.
Are you from Romania? Romania? Nah, I'm not from
Yeah.
Romania.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And I think I'm starting to want to say it more just because I don't want to have to explain, why do you always wear so much jewelry? Why are you always dressed nice every single day? What, like, those are just the things I believe in, and I'm sick of trying to find an explanation to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. We also got things in common, but I guess the discriminations, if it won't pop up in the States, you live a quiet life. Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
in your community. You say, I got my Romany group. Then the people say, "What is Romani groups?" Yeah, we got here the
Yeah.
Romani people living here, maybe next each other, got their houses or
Yeah.
apartments. Because a lot of people still
Mhm.
thinking out there in the world, we still got our caravans and traveling outside, living in the woods. No,
Yeah.
we got our own apartments, we got our own
Right.
houses. But for
Right.
the German people here in Germany, yes, they still love to go on a journey with a wagon. What is
Yes.
okay
Yes.
for vacation?
Right. Yeah. So pretty much all Romnichal here in America, they have campers and they go where they want to go. Maybe
For
they'll
the summer
even,
vacation. Yeah.
yeah. Or the most like it's like the olden days is when the men go to travel to the south to do their trades during the summer, and we might follow them in a
Yep.
camper.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same here.
Yes. But the one thing I think we're kind of starting to lack in America is having the traditional wooden Varda. Some people have
Yeah.
them in storage. I was
Yeah.
just talking to my cousin. She said she was in the yard 30, 40 years ago. She was in her grandparents' yard and they were selling their Varda to an antique shop person. And then they restored it and now it's in a museum in New York City. So
Wow.
it's yeah, so it's I wish we would bring it back a little more, but in England they a lot of Romanichal will have them still.
Here too in Germany and in France. They trading a lot of old furnitures, stuff like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, old tradings
Yeah,
for old furnitures and yeah, this was the their jobs. Yeah,
right,
in the past.
right. Yes. Yep, woodwork. Most of the men in my family are good at some sort of woodwork. So my father does all the woodwork in the house. He finished the basement. And then my uncle, he'll make cutting boards and stuff. He actually made this cup. Let me get this cup. He made this wooden cup. So
Wow.
that's what they do in their free
Wow.
time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Yep.
like it. Like it.
Yeah. Um,
Nice.
yeah, and then let's see, we always make actually I wanted to know if some Sinti, do you guys still make the paper flowers or wooden flowers? No, not many. Okay. We've
What
held
they
on to
do,
that.
what they do, some of the older synthes, there's no more a lot of people out there. For your guitar, they building the guitar or how you call it, violina,
Oh.
the violina.
Yes, yes. The violin,
They
yes.
the violin, they making violins.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's a lot of skill.
Yep. And there is one guy, he was near the south in Germany, and he, for example, his old tradition from his father, they did the violins. They built the
Yeah.
violins, the wood and special things. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
But
Nice,
but
nice.
but but like I said, one of the famous jazz guitar player in the world here in Europe is Django Reinhardt, and a lot of people
Yep.
don't
I
know.
listened to him.
Yeah,
I
and he
listened to
was a
him.
Sinto, and he was a Sinto. Yeah, he
Yep.
and
Yes.
and and these things were the tradition. So that's why I also, as a Sinto who lived here in Europe and Germany, but I always wanted to know what do my brothers, cousins in the other world doing, how they
Yeah.
facing discrimination,
Yes.
and it is important so we all could learn
Yes.
from each other.
Yes. Yeah. When I went on social media, I really wanted to, I started to get like some Romani from different tribes talking to me, and I had amazing conversations. And I think I've had awesome conversations, made friendships I think I'll have that will last forever. And then it kind of opened my eyes to what other tribes are doing. And then it made me feel like my tribe needs to take our identity a little more seriously. You
Yes,
know?
yes. This is what
Yeah.
we do here in Germany. The
Yes.
Sintis are very serious about this. And we
Hmm.
go out, what are you? We Sintis, and we don't care anymore. We don't want to
Yeah.
be called the word gypsy. No, we not gypsies. The white man
Hmm.
gave us the name, especially in
Yes.
our
Yes.
language, in Romanes, this word don't exist,
Right.
gypsy. So the
Right.
white man gave us the name. So I don't care
Right.
when I say I'm this, you need to know. If not,
Right.
educate yourself.
Right. Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And I want more of my cousins to be a little more educated, um, in just do more of the language, recognize that that word's not really okay, and that we have our
Yeah,
true
yeah.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're very proud people. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes. Okay, Alexis. Then I will say 30 minutes will go now.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I would say thank you very much for this comparing Synthes and Romnichals in the United States and Germany. And
Mhm.
yeah, whenever you feel free and you got any issues or questions, you can contact us. Yeah. And
Thank
yeah,
you so much.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
I
You're welcome.
value the connections with other tribes so much, and these conversations mean the world to me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alexis.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.